We have 20 minutes with us to discuss about Vedanta. I am from Vedanta Institute, student of Swami Parthasarathy. The next 20 minutes we will be discussing what is Vedanta and what is the necessity of Vedanta to our everyday life. The word Vedanta is a combination of two words, Veda and Anta. Veda equals knowledge, Anta equals end. Therefore, Vedanta literally means the end of knowledge, the culmination of knowledge, the highest knowledge. What is end of knowledge means? The knowledge doesn't end. At what point of time you can say the knowledge ends? Therefore, there is no end of knowledge. What it means by end here is you gain this knowledge, you understand this knowledge, a few things comes to an end. The dilemmas of life comes to an end. The confusions about life, the misunderstandings about life comes to an end. In that sense, it is the end of knowledge. End of something. Knowledge, you gain this knowledge, something comes to an end. What is it that comes to an end is what we'll be seeing for the next 15-20 minutes. What comes to an end? You get a clarity on 5 factors, you get a clarity. That 5 factors that you get clarity is Vedanta. The first that you get clarity about is the freedom of choice. The second thing is peace and prosperity. The third one is enjoying action by eliminating stress. The fourth one is blissful relationship with the world. The fifth one is achieving growth through contentment. Now, how does Vedanta help us to achieve this 5? And if you have learnt this 5, if you have understood this 5, you have learnt how to live life. Therefore, the topic Vedanta equals the knowledge of life and living. What is the knowledge of life and living? It teaches us these few things. While all other knowledges, scholastic education, helps us to earn a living, this knowledge helps us to actually live life. So one is earning a living, another is actual living. Just as one is you buying a car, another is actually driving and enjoying that car. You buy a gadget, you know how to use it properly and get the maximum benefit out of it. Earning a living is not actual living. You need the knowledge of the actual living, and the knowledge of actual living comes from Vedanta. And what is that knowledge of living? First one, the freedom of choice. Freedom of choice means how a human being alone has this important, unique, important, valuable aspect to life, that is choice. Human being alone has to make a choice. No other species has to make a choice. A human being alone makes the choice. He has to make a choice. Or from birth to death we are continuously making choices. The important factor here is the quality of the life is determined by the quality of the choices that you make. Again I repeat. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the choices that you make. Therefore, it is very important to understand that we have the freedom to choose and we need to know how to make the right choice. Since we have to make the right choice, we need to know before making the choice, you should be knowing what is a choice, which equipment in you should make the choice, what are the consequences of the choices that you make. All this should be known to a human beings. And knowing this is the first important facet of life. What is known as the freedom of choice. And Vedanta talks about the freedom of choice. How to make the right choices. How to make sure that the choices are in line with your own nature, called Swadharma. In Sanskrit it's called Swadharma. In English, your own nature. So you got to make choices, and the choices that you make should be in line with your own nature. Therefore, when choices are made in line with your own nature, there is a joy, a happiness, a peace in whatever you do. So, freedom of choice. The second important factor in life is two things we are always looking for. Human life is a search for two things. Peace, prosperity. You search for these two things. The first one is peace, the second one is prosperity. Upon general observation in life, you see there is a distinction between the two. There is a difference between the two. Meaning, if where there is peace, there is very less prosperity. Where there is prosperity, there is no peace. Peace of mind. Peace here means we mean peace of mind. So, I want to be prosperous and peaceful at the same time. That is the second thing about life. Peace and prosperity combined is the technique of life and living. On general observation, if you look at life, you always see either people are peaceful and not productive, or people are productive and their very productivity makes them lose their peace of mind. So the question here is how to be prosperous and peaceful at the same time. You don't compromise one for the other. Example, you look at the Western world. It's a very general observation. Don't take it very it's not 100% true, but it's a logical deduction based on general observation. You see the Western world, they are very dynamic, they are very effective, they are very prosperous. By their own admission, they have lost the mental peace. You come to the other part of the world, you come to the eastern part of the world, let us say. You go to the villages and all here, there is a relative peace. People are very peaceful there. You see peaceful, people are very peaceful, but what you don't see is there is no growth, there is no prosperity. So it looks like a human being can have only one and not the other. Vedanta says the law of life, the knowledge of life and living. The second point about the knowledge of life and living tells you that you can combine peace and prosperity at the same time. How to be peaceful and how to be prosperous at the same time. Dynamic actions to prosperity, mental peace while doing the action. That is the second important point, peace and prosperity. The third factor about this knowledge of life and living is enjoying action by eliminating stress. Again I repeat, the third important aspect is enjoying action by eliminating stress. Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, he says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya akarmakrit Sharira yatra pichate. Meaning, you have to be in action all the time. In English, it is said, action is the insignia of life. Action is the symbol of life. You cannot be inactive. It means I should know how to enjoy the action. Not having this knowledge, people find action, work tiring. Action is tiring, work is tiring, and people want to find peace and happiness by avoiding action, by escaping action, by avoiding action. The human society is trying to find peace. Vedanta says the way to find the way to be free from stress, the way to eliminate your stress is by enjoying action. And you can't simply say enjoy. Whatsoever you do, you should enjoy what you are doing. All this is a very good advice to give. You can tell people enjoy what you are doing, enjoy what you are doing, enjoy what you are doing. The question is how. When the person turns back and asks, how do I do that? What is the methodology? What is the technique? What should I learn? What should I do what should I do and learn so that I can enjoy action? Action here, work. Action, work doesn't produce stress. It is not knowing how to act that causes stress. So, the third important aspect of Vedantic knowledge, which talks about the knowledge of life and living, the third point is how to enjoy work, how to enjoy doing whatever you are doing. Enjoyment means stress is not there. Stress is a disturbed state of mind. Stress is the agitated state of mind. Disturbed, agitated state of the mind is called stress. Now, very important is, because work is causing stress, the person believes that if I take a break from work, I will be happy. Because it is work that is causing stress. It is work that is causing me agitations, disturbances. Since it is work that is causing it, common sense says, avoid action. If you avoid action, you will be happy and peaceful. And the law of life says, inaction doesn't exist. Inaction is death. Therefore, the third important aspect of knowledge that you need to know is enjoying action by eliminating stress. The fourth one is blissful relationship with the world. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I want to be in harmony with everything around me. Enjoying action by eliminating stress, peace and prosperity talks about internal harmony. How to find harmony within yourself. The fourth point is talking about harmonious, blissful relationship with the environment around. Invariably you find people having this difficulty. They will make a mistake in one or two. What is blissful relationship with the world means? A blissful, harmonious relationship with the world comes out of right, proper assessment and proper understanding. The proper assessment and proper understanding brings about the right relationship with the world. And this right relationship with the world is what is called as harmony. So how to bring harmony in relationship? Vedanta teaches you that. And how does it teach you? It teaches you by explaining the nature of each and every individual, by explaining the three gunas. By explaining the three gunas, guna as in sattva, rajas and tamas, namely by explaining how each and every individual is uniquely composed, made up of their own nature. And if you want to have a right relationship with that individual, with that person, or with that situation, or with that environment, you should be able to understand them rightly. That right understanding brings about a blissful relationship. Because how does understanding helps? Where there is right knowledge and understanding, your expectations are reasonable. Where the right knowledge and understanding isn't there, your expectations become unreasonable. Unreasonable expectations because of lack of proper understanding is the cause for relationship failures. Again I repeat. Unreasonable expectations because of not having the proper understanding is the cause for relationship suffering. So Vedanta talks about how to understand everyone rightly. How to understand everybody rightly. And this understanding helps you in maintaining the right relationship. Because in right relationship, in proper understanding, your expectations are right. If not, unreasonable expectations. Very difficult is to have the right assessment. And Vedanta helps us to do the right assessment. Right? And assessment here means understanding. And the right understanding helps. The fourth one, blissful relationship with the world. The fifth one is the very important aspect of Vedanta. How to achieve growth through contentment. Human life is towards growth. Growth can happen out of discontentment in the present, or growth can happen out of contentment in relation to the present. So, Vedantic knowledge helps us to achieve growth, attain growth through contentment. Again, Vedantic knowledge helps here. How does it help? It says by clearly explaining the difference. What is the difference? Growth is in relation to the future. Contentment is in relation to the present. Growth is in relation to the future. Contentment is in relation to the present. As you are contented in the present, because of you having made the right choice, the choice in line with your nature, you are doing the right action, you are having a wonderful relationship with the world. Since everything that you are doing rightly in the present, you will be contented in the present, also doing the right action. And the right action will result in growth in future. Vedanta explains all this. Achieve growth through contentment. Otherwise, again there is a problem. The problem is we believe that I have to be discontented in the present so that I can achieve growth in the future. Or people say, sir, if contentment is there, then what will be the motivation for action? Then what will drive people to action? Therefore, we believe to grow, there has to be a discontentment. Vedanta comes and says, you can achieve growth through contentment. So, what is this Vedantic knowledge talking about? This knowledge of life and living. To summarize it, this Vedantic knowledge of life and living talks about 5 things. You gain this knowledge, you know these 5 things, you have learned how to live life. What are that 5? The freedom of choice, peace and prosperity, enjoying action by eliminating stress, blissful relationship with the world, and achieving growth through contentment. This is Vedantic knowledge. Now, in 20 minutes, I can only expose what Vedanta is. I can fully understand that it doesn't really help you in going deeper into the subject. It's only to make you get interested in the study of this knowledge. For those who wanted to pursue this knowledge, understand this knowledge, there are various avenues. You can refer to the website vedantaworld.org, and I will give the website link and all that after the session is over. There, if you go, you will find the complete works of Swamiji available, Swami Parthasarathy. There is the best one, the e-learning course, the 3-year online e-learning course, which you can do it at the comfort of your house, is the very effective method of gaining this knowledge. If not, there are the books. Also, there are study classes which I myself conduct in various parts of the Chennai, and it is available through Zoom and all that. So you can use any one of these avenues to study and gain this knowledge. Vedantaworld.org, www.vedantaworld.org is the website. You go there, you will find the details. The 3-year course, the books. The ideal thing is to do the 3-year online course where Swamiji himself directly teaches. If not the books, to supplement the study, we have study classes all over the place, and in Chennai I myself do some sessions, and that details also will be available there. So to summarize the 5, I will give the 5 points again. Just to summarize quickly. The knowledge of life and living, Vedanta, the knowledge of life and living has 5 points. You learn this 5, you have learned how to live life. And what are the 5? The first thing, how to make the right choices, the freedom of choice. The second one, peace and prosperity combined. The third one, enjoying action by eliminating stress. The fourth one, blissful relationship with the world. The fifth one, achieve growth through contentment. For deeper study, to pursue this knowledge and make your life meaningful and better, refer the website vedantaworld.org. Vedanta, Vedanta, Vedanta World, WORLD, vedantaworld.org, or you can type Swami Parthasarathy. This is Vedantic knowledge. Thank you very much.